If you're watching this video, chances are that you suffered a serious personal injury accident in the city and state of New York. And your question is, well, what are the steps that you need to take in a lawsuit? Well, a lawsuit is when you take a claim and you actually file the claim in court. But there are many steps that have to come into play before you do that. Initially, the first step would be to investigate. We need to find out who the entities are, the individuals are that cause the harm. We need to find out who the insurance companies are. We need to gather the medical records. We need to gather, evidence from the scene of the accident. All of this stuff must be done first. Then we will take the next step, and the next step would be to file the lawsuit. That's the document where we're actually filing a complaint against the individual entity that caused the harm. And we'll file it usually in the Supreme Court of the state of New York, in the venue where the plaintiff lives, or the venue where the defendant lives. Could be, if this is the city of New York, it could be Queens County, it could be New York County, it could be Bronx County, it could be Staten Island. If it's Long Island, it could be Nassau County, or it could be, upstate. It could be Westchester County, it could be Suffolk County, and the many other counties in the state of New York. So that would be the first step of the actual filing of the lawsuit. Then the second would be we would get an answer. Then we would go through what's called a discovery process, where we would provide the defense attorneys who are representing the defendants, authorization for medical records. We'll send them medical records that we have in the file. We'd have to send them the photographs that we might have, and various other items that need to go back and forth. So not only are we sending the defendants, but we're also receiving documents, pursuant to our demands from the defendant. And then we'll set up what's called a preliminary conference in court. We'll sit down with the court, maybe a judge, maybe a law secretary, and we'll set a schedule for the completion of discovery and depositions. And it's a long process that'll eventually either lead to a resolution or a trial. And that's pretty much the steps and stages of a lawsuit.